Assalamu alaikum everyone, this is Mozamir and welcome to my YouTube channel. It's info about Malaysia. So in this video we are going to discuss about the top 5 most profitable business ideas to start in Indonesia. So without wasting our time and let's just jump into our business. So I'm going to discuss the very simple business ideas, and it's very easy. You just have to know the basic knowledge and you can start this kind of a business, and after that you can be expert into it, and you can be a good competitor to anyone, and you can have a good business here. So the number one, we have the internet service provider. Internet service is actually a very simple kind of a thing. If you know basic things about internet, and if you know a little know about internet, how all these things basically works, if you're from IT and computer science person, this is going to be very much easy. Basically the thing is this, internet is in very high demand in Indonesia. Indonesian people basically need it, so it's a kind of business like demand and sell business. So if you can provide them a high quality internet speed and internet quality with low downtime and with almost no downtime and almost low glitches and with a great help and support, it's going to be a great business to start in Indonesia. Okay, so secondly, we have travel and tours. Basically, people love to visit the places which are actually have a lot of the natural beauty, and especially when it contains forest and it has beautiful beaches. So many people love to visit it there. So if you are just planning to start some kind of business and you are in basically I think everyone loves traveling. So you can start travel and tour business, and if you want to start this kind of business, I'm going to give you 4 simple steps to jump into this business. Number one, you have to work as an operator. If you're going to operate all the tours, if you're going to go through, it's just an initial step. You just have to look up the minor things of it, basic things of it, and then you'll be able to jump into it. And the second step, you have to arrange everything from picking up the customer from their home to drop back their home and choose where they're gonna stay, their tickets, their homes, their places they want to visit, their foods and everything. If you can provide them these kind of things, and if you arrange all of these things, it means that you actually know almost everything about travels and tours. So in the number 3 step is tour packages. When you actually visit all of these places, when you actually go through all of these things, and you know how to operate it, and you know all the arrangements, how much it's going to cost, and how where everyone love to visit, so you're going to give them some kind of basic, premium, and super business, professional, and having these kind of different tour packages, and this can show you a lot of expertise. So and the number 4 step, this is the final step, you can arrange tours. Now when you're gonna arrange tours, it means that now you know how to operate it, now you know all the arrangements, now you know tour packages, now you can operate it, now you can open up your company, or you can start up this kind of a travels and tours kind of a stuff, where you can pick and drop with all the facilities that you can provide to the customer. That's a good business. Okay, number 3, we have hotels and resorts. Basically it's very similar to the second one. How? Look at this, people love to visit there, they need a place where they want to stay. Wherever they go, they need a place where they have to spend the night, where they have to make their families stay, where they will feel safe. So you can provide them hotels, beautiful hotels, decorated hotels, where you provide them the great food, great security, and with all the stuff that can give them comfort, niceness, and they must feel good there. What a traveler basically want, if someone wants to visit there, they want that it must be nice, they have to receive everything that they basically needed there, and security and everything. Okay, so you basically understand that it's a kind of a thing. If you can provide them rental hotels and rental homes, rooms, so this kind of a thing is going to be very interesting. You can start your business, they need it, and you're going to provide them all the facilities, and they're going to pay you back. So it's a kind of this is the kind of another cash flow business. So it's a cash flow business, the kind of a business which actually gonna give you cash whenever someone gonna come into it. Definitely everyone has to stay. You can stay that you can't say that someone visits a different country, someone visits a special place, and they don't want to stay somewhere, they will have to spend the night out and in the buses somewhere like that. They need a great comfort, they need a bed where they can have a good sleep basically. Okay, So you can start hotels and resorts. So the most important thing here, you have to pick the right location. If you know the right location where the people love to visit, where the people want them to stay, they make sure that it's a kind of a it's a kind of place where they can access very easily. It's a kind of place where the things are accessible very easily. So it's the third great business idea. So on the number 4 we have rice production. Basically agriculture is one of the most important thing for any country's development and any country's growth. So you can understand that, like, I have a question for you. Did you eat today? Did you eat last night? Did you eat in the morning, breakfast, lunch, and dinner? You eat every day. You need something to eat. So everyone has to eat. So if you basically agriculture is a very important thing. Okay, so you can't say that it's a kind of very old thing. Basically, everyone we if it's a kind of a it's a very old age thing, but this is a kind of a thing we have to make it as a modern thing. It's not an old age thing. So let's discuss into the business. Okay, basically Indonesian people love to eat the rice. If you can provide them the rice, and basically they love to eat it before lunch or somewhere like that, but they love to visit rice, they love to eat rice. So if you have some kind of a knowledge about agriculture, you want to start this kind of business where you can grow rice and provide them, serve them, and cook, this is going to be another great business idea. So the number 4 5 now number 5 we have IT services. And IT services, basically IT services, but other IT services, IT person is what? IT person is the most advanced, technical, modern, he's a kind of person who is going to control all your internet activities. It's going to control all the cyber attacks, which are very common nowadays. Everyone uses internet now, so you need that kind of a person who actually protects you from other people's, from any kind of an hacker, viruses, cyber attacks, which you have to save your credit card, bank cards, and in fact your personal data, email data, and college data, university data. So they have to secure it. So in cyber, these kind of people's IT persons, they're going to be needed for a long time. Then their demand is not going to end now, because unless there is no internet. Okay, if there is internet, if there are some kind of online things like that, virtual things or online things, there are viruses, there are attacks, they need to be there too. So how can if there is a no person, if there is no IT person, like, you can understand that the attacker can attack very easily if there is no defense, basically. So you need to have a good defense to defend and your personal data. So if you have this kind of a thing, you can provide this kind of a thing to any country, basically. But Indonesia is also very interesting into it, because Indonesian people are love to visit, love to do internet, and they create the very helpful and the best content. They are growing like this. Okay, so they have a great growth to, towards success in online world. So they basically need it in a very high demand. So you can provide this kind of business. Okay, so we discussed the 5 businesses. I'm going to recall them, all of them again. So first of all, we discussed the internet service provider. You can provide them the internet services, internet, high quality internet, basically. You remember that. Number 2, we can provide it's about the travel and tours. You can provide them to, travel. You can pick them from here, from their home and drop back their home. You can in all of these things, they have to visit places, they have to stay at the places, they have to eat the food at some kind of places. Okay, so number 3 we have the hotels and resorts. Basically it's just I told you, it has some kind of a link with the second one, that they need some kind of place where they have to sleep and have rest. And the number 4 we have rice production. Rice production is actually basically rice production, they love to eat it, and it's a food they love to eat. They eat very much. And in Indonesia, they are very famous from by their this food, by their rice. And so in the end, I'm sorry, so in the end we have we discussed the IT cybersecurity attacks. If you are IT person, you can start IT company where you can provide the cybersecurity, and all the other things. Cybersecurity is actually the important things. Basically, there are a lot of things. You can provide them the software, web developments, and bloggers, and you can control their YouTubers accounts and Facebook accounts, social media accounts, and cyber attacks. Cyber attacks is actually a kind of a thing. Many very few people are actually good in it. So I want you to be good into it. Thank you. Love you all, guys. See you soon, and wish you all a very best day. And I'm telling you guys, this day was the last day for many people, and you are lucky that you are alive. So make sure you make some kind of impact into this world. This world needs you. Love you. Have a nice day. Bye bye.